Hello everybody. So in this video, I'm going to be briefly going over the Pathfinder guide that is attached to Google Classroom, and we're going to be going over a little bit about the Pathfinder tool and the things that you can do with it. So like I said, this Pathfinder guide here is what should be attached to the assignment or the classwork assignment on Google Classroom, and you'll see right at the top it tells you that you need to have at least two shapes selected. Also, what it doesn't say, but is true, is that they also should be overlapping in order for you to actually see like what the Pathfinder tool actually does to these two shapes. So two overlapping shapes, and then you have to make sure you have them both selected. If you don't see the Pathfinder tool right away, check the Properties panel. That's on the right side of the screen. Usually it'll come right up. Or if that's not working for whatever reason, because we know that Adobe can be a little bit glitchy at times, you can also go to the window menu and just check off Pathfinder and it'll open up in a separate window. So what we'll do is we'll do one together and then I'm going to leave you guys to it on your own. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the file that you guys should have opened up. So we have, you'll see 4 on the left side and 6 on the right side. That's because this is to separate the two different types of Pathfinder tools. On the left, these are shape modes, and then on the right, these are the actual Pathfinder tools. So what you're going to start with is you're going to draw a circle and a star. Okay, so now you can see I drew a circle and a star, and they're overlapping. So now what I want to do is I just want to hold down Option Shift and then drag the circle and the star they're both selected, by the way, and I'm just going to drag them into each one of the boxes that we made. If you couldn't tell by now, holding down Shift and Option pretty much just allows you to duplicate without doing copy and paste. Okay, so like I said, this is all pretty self-explanatory, so I'm only going to do a couple with you, and then you can feel free to do the rest on your own. So let's zoom in on the Unite box first. So like I said, the ones on the left represent shape modes, and I'm going to go over the difference between those right now. But first, we do have to select both of these shapes. And then, like I said, Pathfinder comes up right on the Properties panel right here. And you'll only see the first 4 options, which are shape modes, but I like to open up more options by clicking those 3 dots, and then you can see all of them. Everything that's on this file is in order, so we're going to just start right here with Unite. When you hover over it, you can see it actually says Unite, and what this does is it just kind of combines the 2 shapes, and it turns it into one shape. Okay, so that was the first shape mode, and shape modes are a little bit more simple. Now let's do the first actual Pathfinder together. Alright, so again, I'm making sure that I have both of them selected, and then obviously it doesn't come up on here because these are only the shape modes, so I'm going to click the more options, and we're going to go to our first Pathfinder, which is Divide. Now, one of the biggest things that happens when I demonstrate this in class is everybody's like, oh, nothing happened, nothing happened. The reason why is most of the Pathfinders, this is the difference between the two, they end up grouping the objects, so you can't 100% see what's happening until you ungroup them. So now that we clicked Divide, I'm going to click back onto the Properties panel, click the shape that we just divided, and now we're going to go to the ungroup setting. So now that it's ungrouped, check this out. See how you can separate these? That's because it divided each overlapping piece into its own shape. So that is really it. So you're going to be pretty much following along with the guide that we just looked at. And you can click the buttons that go with the word that's in the box. And this way you'll be able to see what each Pathfinder or shape mode actually does. And hopefully these will come in handy when we're doing some of our later vector projects. Once you've done every single Pathfinder or shape mode, this is what each one of them should look like. Do that, turn it in, and you'll be all done with the Pathfinder Guide classwork assignment. Good luck!